Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a macrame sunflower keyring. For this project you will need some green macrame cord, yellow macrame cord and brown macrame cord, a pair of scissors, a keyring, tape to stick the keyring down and a measuring tape. We're going to start off by cutting a 170cm piece of yellow cord and we're going to attach that onto the keyring using a lark's head knot. If you don't know how to do a lark's head knot, I do have a in detail video on my Macrame for Beginners playlist. We're then going to stick this down to the table using a little bit of masking tape just to keep it secure as we make the knots. We then need to cut a green cord at 125 centimeters and we're going to fold that in half and attach it onto the yellow cords using a square knot. Make sure you tuck the green cord at the halfway point under the yellow cord just underneath the lark's head knot and then continue to make your square knot. Again, if you're not familiar with the square knot, I do have an in detail video on my Macrame for Beginners playlist. We're then going to continue and make a second square knot just underneath the first. To make the top petals, we need to get the green cords and we're going to bring them over to either side so they sit side by side where they cross over. We're then going to take the yellow left-hand cord and it's going to go over the top of both of those green cords and into that gap on the left-hand side. So we're basically making a loop with the yellow cord around the green cords. We're then going to take the right hand yellow cord and that's going to loop over the top of the green cords and it's going to go into that right hand gap. Again, making a loop over the green cords. We're then going to cut a 70cm piece of brown cord and we're going to slide that through the two yellow hoops. Once the brown cord is through the yellow hoops, we're going to grab the green cords and we're going to tighten it up. You might every now and then also have to pull down on the yellow cords to tighten it up. You should then have your yellow petals just underneath your square knot. To make petals on the left hand side, we need to make a double half hitch knot. So we're going to take the left hand yellow cord and bring it over the top of the green cord. And then back underneath the green cord into the gap. We're then going to tighten that up. And then because it's a double, we're going to do the same thing again. So using the same yellow cord over the green cord and then back under the green cord. We do the same thing but the mirror image. So we take the yellow cord and go over the green cord and back underneath the green cord and then tighten it up. And then because it's a double half hitch knot, we do the same thing again with the same yellow cord. So taking it over the green cord and then back under the green cord and then tighten it up. We now need to do the brown centre of the flower. So we take the green cords over the yellow cords and then we're going to cross the two yellow cords over each other. We're then going to take the left hand brown cord and that's going to go over the two yellow cords and into the gap. So we're making a loop over the yellow cords. We're going to do the same thing with the right hand brown cord. It's going to go over the two yellow cords and into the gap. To tighten, we're going to pull on the two yellow cords, and every now and then you might also want to pull on the brown cords. To make another petal on the left, we need to do another double half hitch knot. So again, we're going to take the left hand yellow cord and it's going to come over the green cord and then back under the green cord into the gap and pull to tighten. And then because it's a double half hitch knot, we're going to do the same thing again, taking the yellow cord over the green cord and back under the green cord and tighten. We're then going to make a double half hitch knot on the right hand side using the yellow cord on the right. So again, the yellow cord goes over the green cord and then back under the green cord and tighten it up. And then because it's a double, we do the same thing again. So taking the yellow cord over the green cord, back under the green cord and tighten it up. To make the final bottom petals, we are going to take the two green cords and they need to cross over each other in the middle. We're then going to take the left hand yellow cord and it's going to go over the top of the green cords and then back under the green cords. So we're looping around those green cords. We're going to do the same thing on the right hand side. The yellow cord is going to come over the top of those two green cords into the gap. To tighten, again we're going to pull the green cords and every now and then we'll also pull the yellow cords. And this will make petals at the bottom of your sunflower. Underneath the sunflower, we're going to again make two square knots. So we're going to keep the yellow and brown cords in the center. They will be your filler strings and your green cords will be your working strings and they will make the square knots. So you need to make two square knots underneath your sunflower. We're then going to repeat this technique by making two more sunflowers, and in between the two sunflowers we're going to do another two square knots. So it'll be a sunflower, two square knots, and then one final sunflower. And there you have your sunflower chain. What we're going to do now is we're going to make a gathering knot just underneath the final sunflower to hold all the strings nice and tightly together. I've used a 40cm green cord, but you can also do this in brown or yellow if you prefer. So we're going to take our green cord and lie it down on the table. We're then going to take one end and double it back on itself. And I usually measure this at about 7 or 8 centimeters where I've doubled it back. We're then going to pinch it so that you can see 3 elements. We will have a hoop that faces down towards those long loose cords. We'll have a tiny bit sticking up at the top where the keyring is, and then a long leftover piece also sticking up where the keyring is. We're going to take this pinched bit and we're going to place it just underneath the final sunflower, and then we're going to grab it again where we've just pinched it, but this time we're grabbing every single cord. We're then going to take that long leftover piece and we're going to wrap it really nice and tightly all the way around our keychain. We're going to keep on wrapping it around nice and tightly side by side, working down towards the hoop. Make sure you don't cover the hoop entirely, and make sure that you have at least a little bit left over from the bit that you are currently wrapping around. I usually wrap it around about 5 times. The leftover bit that we've just been wrapping around, we need to pop into that hoop. So I come from the top down and pop it into the hoop out of the way. We're then going to take that tiny little piece at the top and we're going to begin to pull. That's going to make the hoop disappear underneath the gathering knot. And once the hoop has completely disappeared, that's when we stop pulling. Once that gathering knot is secure, we can then trim away any excess. I like to trim away the top cord, nice and close to the gathering knot. You can also trim away any colours of cord that you don't want underneath your gathering knot. And then you can trim it down to whatever size you would like the tassels to be. And there you have your completed sunflower keychain. You could also brush out the ends to get a lovely frayed tassel effect, so you can do this with a comb and just brushing through the end. And like I said before, you can also change the colour of the gathering knot, so I've also done one here in brown. If you want to see more macrame projects, hit like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.